Out here in the cabin barn. We're basically kind of filled up again. We had pretty good rain last 2 days, so these cows are still here. I do not like to turn calves out when it's raining, especially if they've been inside. So they'll go out in the next day or so. Probably got maybe 20 or 25 cows left to calve. Been at it for about a month. Filling a water tank up for this cow. I usually don't put it's really not a calving pen, but if we get a cow that's a little high strung, she doesn't do real well in these smaller pens, so they end up in this little bigger pen. But anyway, so that's kind of what we're doing. Yes, it's dark. Someday we'll do them in the light, but this is my office area. It's right here in the cabin barn. Heated, works well for storing cattle equipment or vet and health stuff. And like in springtime, if we get a calf that's cold, you can put him inside in the warm. There is a shower in there, so if he's a muddy, wet calf, we can give him a bath, clean him up, what have you. Anyway, I had a question on my last video. I'll probably mess your name up, but Jake asked a couple questions. So I thought the easiest way is maybe just to do a video, because I'm sure maybe some other people might be thinking the same thing. But he'd asked what breed of cattle and stuff. These are Black Angus and Limousine. That's the breeds of bulls I use, is Angus and Limousine, and most of the Limousine bulls I use are half bloods, so they're half Angus, half Limousine. I guess ideally I like to have a cow or a calf that is 3/4 Angus, 1/4 Limousine. So most of my cows are kind of in that 3/4 Angus range. We use half blood Limousine bulls or purebred Angus bulls. The reason I use those breeds, the Angus, I guess, is a no-brainer. Most popular breed of cattle in the world. There's numbers, so the genetics are proven. You can get anything you want. The Limousine, throw some hybrid vigor in them, and then they work really well for feedlot cattle. But in kind of my part, the 3/4 Angus, 1/4 Limousine cattle sell really well, and they kind of look just like an Angus, but they perform better. Everything is predominantly black. We do have a red, actually several red calves this go around. That comes from the Limousine. Not some of the bulls are out of red parents, so the red gene kind of throws in. I guess black cattle always sell better, so we have used red bulls. I have no problem using a red bull, but he's got to be pretty good. We had a red Angus bull for quite a while. But basically everything's black. Do have some black baldy cows from some Hereford genetics years ago, but these days pretty much the bulls I got running with cows now are either purebred Angus or half blood Limousine, and with the balance of them being half Angus. So that's kind of the genetics I use. I guess I keep it simple, just using those two breeds. Don't get too carried away. It seems to work. The reason I fall calve Where I am located, it's fall calving is not common practice, basically because it's going to be cold and snowing here in 2 months. So we really don't have any grass to feed cows to graze them like further south through the winter. But the reason I fall calve mainly is because I have too many spring calving cows. I don't have the facilities or the places to put them. So that's why we fall calve. Plus it gives me cattle to sell at a different time. In general, these calves are worth more because when they are ready to go to market, there's not that many of them. So because pretty much everybody in the United States calves in the spring, so all those cattle kind of hit the market kind of the same time frame. So I guess that's kind of why I fall calve is one, because I don't have any more room for spring calving cows, and then two, spreads my labor out. I have something to do this time of year, and plus the market of these calves is pretty good. When I say I don't have enough room, in my area you can graze a cow on 1 acre of grass through the summer. So basically I have 1 acre of grass per cow, and so you need someplace to go with her from November to May, and they come here to feed yards, and then that's where we calve them in the building, just to keep them out of the wet and the weather. If I was doing this like other people would do, or they do out in real cow country, they would have 3, 4, 5 acres per cow at the minimum, and where the cows are outside year round. A lot of these cows, this cow herd, the fall calving cows, I've only had these for 4 years, but most of them originate out of the Sandhills in Nebraska. So anybody that's watches from the United States knows the Sandhills of Nebraska is the cow capital of the world, or the United States. There's more cows out there than anything. But they have 15, 20, 30 acres per cow. They don't calve them through the barn. So it took these cows about 2 years to kind of settle down and get used to being handled. So that's why I calve in the barn, is because I don't have the acres to let them run out and about. Also, somebody asked what I do different. Honestly, if I was to start all over and had the land resources that I do now, I probably would be grazing steers or running stocker cattle, because basically what I rent, or all that I rent, is pasture ground, and plus this set of buildings here, but everything is pasture. I have to buy pretty much all my feed to feed these cows. I don't have corn stalks to graze in the winter time. The corn stalks I do have, I have to bale them for bedding. So if I was to do it all over again, I would probably just buy calves to graze, buy them in April, graze them through the summer, sell them in the fall. I could get by with none. I wouldn't have to have any equipment. So definitely be a cheaper way to get into it. Rent pasture, buy calves, graze them, load them out, send them to town in the fall, and take the winter off. Cows, you gotta have the equipment to feed them and make hay and all that stuff, but I'm too attached to the cows to flat out and sell them, I guess. That's why I haven't changed. And I've got feed resources and stuff that makes it work. So that's basically what you just got to evaluate what you have available and go from there. I guess there's no right or wrong way to do it. My experience is do what you want and then figure it out, because people that tell you that you can't do it or shouldn't do it, they're telling you that because they couldn't figure a way to do it. So, and like I mentioned before, I have the largest cow calf operation within at least 15 miles. I know there's one other guy. They've got quite a few cows, but in general, this is not common. It's corn and soybeans around here. But anyway, it's getting long. Anybody has any questions, please ask. Be happy to answer them or tell you more about what I do. Hopefully that you can take something home from it. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.